We speak thousands of words every day, yet somehow, real understanding often feels impossible. You've had conversations where people nodded, smiled, or responded, but nothing changed. You left feeling unheard, misunderstood, or frustrated. Why does communication fail even when we talk a lot? The truth is, it's not about quantity, it's about clarity, attention, and emotional resonance. Many people think talking more equals communicating better, but that's a trap. The real skill is making every word count and ensuring your message lands the way you intend. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden barriers that make communication ineffective and show you how to truly connect with anyone, anytime. Communication isn't just about speaking, it's about being understood. You can fill the air with words, but if the listener doesn't receive your meaning, your message is lost. Most people mistake verbosity for effectiveness, forgetting that the goal is clarity, not quantity. Even experts in speech or debate can fail if they don't account for perception, context, and emotional impact. Think about meetings or arguments you've had. Sometimes fewer words could have solved the issue faster. Communicating effectively means considering the listener first, not just expressing yourself. True communication begins with listening, not waiting to reply. When you genuinely listen, you pick up tone, emotion, and subtext. Many conversations fail because we're mentally preparing our next sentence while the other person speaks. To connect deeply, you must prioritize understanding over responding, because comprehension is the foundation of effective dialogue. Practice reflective listening. Repeat what the other person says in your own words to confirm understanding, and watch how much smoother conversations become. Listening actively also builds trust. People feel valued when they are truly heard. You may intend to be clear, supportive, or humorous, yet your message can be perceived differently. Words carry literal meaning, tone, context, and body language. Even a well-intentioned sentence can be misinterpreted due to emotional filters or past experiences. Bridging the intent-perception gap requires awareness of how the other person receives and interprets your message. For instance, a casual joke could sound like criticism, or a sincere compliment could be seen as sarcasm. To reduce this gap, observe reactions carefully and adjust your delivery in real time. Emotions act like lenses, altering how we perceive words. If someone is angry, anxious, or distracted, they may hear criticism where none exists. Even neutral statements can trigger unexpected reactions based on past experiences. Effective communicators learn to recognize emotional filters, their own and others, and adjust the delivery to avoid misinterpretation. Example, in a heated work discussion, calmly acknowledging emotions before explaining your point can diffuse tension and improve understanding. Sometimes talking more doesn't help, it hurts. Over-explaining can confuse, overwhelm, or even trigger resistance. Brevity and focus are underrated. A concise message, delivered clearly, is often more persuasive than a long, rambling explanation. The art of communication lies in saying enough to be understood, but no more than necessary. Think of it like programming your brain for clarity. The listener's attention span is limited, respect it. 70 to 93% of communication is nonverbal, body language, tone, facial expressions. Even if your words are perfect, conflicting nonverbal cues can undermine trust and clarity. A nod without eye contact, a smile without sincerity, or a casual tone in a serious context can destroy understanding instantly. Nonverbal cues also include gestures, posture, and micro-expressions, all of which signal emotion and intent. Mastering these cues ensures your words are backed by congruent signals, creating true alignment. Assuming someone understands your context, intentions, or knowledge leads to communication breakdowns. Never assume clarity. ask, confirm, and repeat key points. Great communicators use questions to check alignment, ensuring the listener is on the same page before proceeding further. For example, after explaining a concept, ask, "Does that make sense?" or "What's your take on this?" This not only verifies understanding, but prevents small misunderstandings from escalating. Empathy is the bridge between words and understanding. Active empathy means recognizing the listener's emotional state and adjusting your tone, pace, and word choice accordingly. Without empathy, even correct information can feel cold, distant, or irrelevant. Empathy also creates connection and openness. People are far more receptive when they feel seen, heard, and understood. Think about friends who always get you. It's empathy, not information, that makes them memorable. Communication is shaped by culture, background, and social norms. A phrase that works in one context may offend or confuse in another. Being aware of cultural cues and societal expectations can prevent miscommunication and build stronger, lasting connections. Simple adjustments like avoiding idioms or using inclusive language can enhance clarity and respect. Cross-cultural communication isn't just polite, it's strategic for influence, trust, and understanding. People communicate feelings, needs, and intentions that aren't verbalized. Pay attention to tone, pauses, and choice of words. They often reveal the real message. For example, a hesitant "I'm fine" can signal discomfort, while a hurried explanation can indicate stress or anxiety. Reading between the lines allows you to respond to what's truly being communicated, not just what's being said. This skill transforms ordinary conversations into deep, meaningful connections. Communication isn't one way. It's a loop. Many conversations fail because people don't check if the other party actually understood the message. Without feedback, assumptions take over, misunderstandings grow, and frustration builds. Active communicators encourage questions, summarize points, and confirm understanding. Just to clarify, do you see it this way too? These micro-checks prevent miscommunication and build trust, making conversations more productive and meaningful. Ever tried explaining something complex and the listener's eyes glazed over? Too much information overwhelms the brain, leading to misinterpretation or forgetfulness. Effective communicators chunk information, give context, and pace explanations. Breaking ideas into digestible pieces ensures the listener absorbs, reflects, and responds accurately. This principle applies to personal, professional, and educational settings. Simplicity is power. Listening isn't passive, it's active engagement. Intentional listening means seeking the meaning, emotion, and goal behind every word. It's about reading between the lines, understanding values, and acknowledging perspectives. When people feel genuinely heard, resistance decreases, collaboration improves, and conflicts are resolved faster. Practice asking clarifying questions like, "What's most important to you here?" or "How does that make you feel?" Reacting emotionally during a conversation often derails communication. When we respond impulsively to tone, word choice, or perceived criticism, we escalate misunderstanding. Instead, pause, breathe, and seek clarity before replying. By controlling your reactions, you can maintain composure, reduce conflict, and ensure your message lands as intended. Mastering this is a hallmark of strong communicators and emotionally intelligent individuals. Facts alone rarely resonate. Stories stick. Even in professional or logical conversations, stories humanize information and make it memorable. Use anecdotes, examples, and metaphors to illustrate points. Storytelling bridges gaps between intention and perception, helping the listener experience your message emotionally. People remember feelings far longer than words. Leverage this to make your communication impactful. Many think silence is awkward, but in communication, it's powerful. Pauses give space for reflection, emphasize key points, and signal thoughtfulness and respect. Silence allows the listener to process, ask questions, and engage more deeply. Using strategic pauses prevents information overload and encourages authentic dialogue rather than rushed chatter. Mixed signals confuse listeners. Saying one thing today and contradicting it tomorrow erodes trust and clarity. Consistency in tone, words, and actions creates a reliable communication environment where others know what to expect. Even in disagreements, consistent messaging builds credibility, demonstrating that your communication is intentional, deliberate, and dependable. The ultimate goal of communication isn't just exchanging words, it's building understanding, trust, and connection. Empowering conversations consider the listener's needs, clarify intent, reduce misinterpretation, and leave both parties feeling respected and informed. Every interaction is an opportunity to strengthen relationships, resolve conflict, or influence effectively. Communication isn't about talking more, it's about being understood and understanding others. Every miscommunication is an opportunity to learn, reflect, and improve. By practicing active listening, clarity, emotional awareness, and strategic storytelling, you transform ordinary conversations into powerful connections. Remember, words are tools. The same words can build trust or create barriers depending on how you use them. Mastering communication takes patience, observation, and intentional practice. When you speak with purpose and listen with intent, you don't just exchange information, you influence, connect, and inspire. Every conversation is a chance to leave a lasting impression. The difference between talking a lot and communicating effectively lies in how deeply you engage, understand, and respond. So start today. Slow down, listen more, clarify often, and speak with intention. Because effective communication doesn't just prevent misunderstandings, it changes the way people experience you and the world around you.